the world's most dangerous fantasy football podcast.
Chef and the professor. Highly disputed. Highly disputed. Let's have a drink and let's talk through it. Hey. Highly disputed. Highly disputed. Highly disputed. Highly disputed. Fantasy. We going over player props and ADP. Waiver wire, all the things you need. We got the fire. Fire, highly disputed. We in the studio, just pour a drink. We getting loose and now we in sync.
What is up, everyone? It's highly disputed. We're snatching chains, taking names, making it rain. Speaking of rain, I got my guy, the professor of Dynasty from the great Pacific Northwest. Big old smile on his face. Almost broke the league record. Did you break the league record?
I broke it this week, aka the Rainmakers. You know what I'm saying?
Making it rain.
It was a good week. It was a good week. So,
Did you break the record for the league? No, not quite.
for this year?
For this
Not the
year,
record.
yeah, but
this
history. League. I'm talking league history.
year. No, someone's hit that before.
Professor hit 200.
Listen, for all the listeners, if you had, and more importantly, started TreVeyon Henderson, right here, slow pat on the back.
Take it.
Take it, because a lot of people would not have started him, or were downing him, or trading him. People were talking about cutting him in redraft. Like, come on. It's
Well, here's
halfway
my
through the
thing.
season.
I'll let you take your lap before I get even going. Say what you want
That
to
was
say.
a lot. No, that was a lot. Like,
No,
you
got more.
should. All I have is like you shouldn't give up on rookies too early. That's really all it is. You know, we are dynasty football managers and players. We are not the NFL owners that are paying these young people millions of dollars. So why would you cut someone halfway through the season, even in redraft? That makes no sense. Like, hold on and just be patient. Trust your process. Trust what you've seen with your eyes and in the scouting and everything.
Yeah, that is certainly one strategy. Or you can burn and turn and be aggressive.
Yes,
Which
you
sometimes
can still do
burns
that
it-
same strategy.
That blows up in
Just
your
not with
face.
rookies.
But yeah, if you spend a first round pick on a guy, you should not cut him mid-season.
No, I mean, you can burn and turn, and I absolutely think you should, just not with rookies. And I'll give an example. It was a very good lesson for me to learn. At the time, in this redraft league, and I drafted Justin Jefferson his rookie season, and I dropped him after week 5 because he wasn't doing anything for a month and a half. And then he went on to have like a top 10 season as a rookie, right? So even in redraft, you do not drop rookies, right?
Yeah.
That's just my humble opinion. Like, you got
unless
if
they're
they're getting
like,
playing time,
if they're buried
not-
on the practice squad,
of course.
you can drop
If they're
them.
getting playing time, so the best way to look at it is don't drop a rookie that you know another manager is going to pick up in your league on the next waiver run. Is it going to get picked up for a month or two and you think you can get him again, or trade a fourth to go get him? You know, have at it if you want that risk. But like, the best way to keep a rookie that's going to ascend on your team is not to drop him. But yeah, TreVeyon Henderson, take a lap if you have him. Take a good lap. Just enjoy it. Hopefully, he got you the win.
Well, he took a lap all around the Tampa Bay area. Seems like he ran a marathon. But here's the thing about the Bucs, and shout out to my guy Mike Tice for coming on our little Patriots Bucs special. I talked about it. Todd Bowles plays an extremely aggressive defense, and he's not afraid to send the house. And part of that is if it doesn't get home, the other team's going to house it. Like Kyle Williams took one for 72 yards. Mac Hollins had 54 yards. TreVeyon had 2 explosives against us that were huge runs. But again, it's part of the defense we play, because for the most part, it wasn't like he was ripping off 6 to 8 yard runs. He had 2 big explosives. I'm not saying he's not good. I'm not saying like this was his breakout game, but there were 2 really big runs, which he's got home run speed. Speaking of home run speed, Achan showed off the home run speed this weekend too. And he took it to the house, and credit Vrabel, who who's been TreVeyon Henderson's biggest enemy this season, for using him against Todd Bowles thought these were passing situations, and he had no problem on 3rd and 12 turning around and handing it to TreVeyon, and the Bucs weren't prepared for that. Also, Matt Collins blocks like a tight end, and when you got guys who can seal the edge like that, that's huge. But yeah, he housed it. He housed it twice.
So TreVeyon Henderson. So the hardest thing to do in the NFL on offense is to generate explosive plays. There's teams that draft players specifically for explosive plays. They don't draft players to get 4 and 5 yards and move the chains. That's awesome if you can do that, but there's a bunch of guys in the practice squad that can do that. There's a lot of guys that are good enough in the NFL to move the chains, but not create and execute on explosive plays consistently. You could be a great speed guy, but you have no hands. You can have great hands, but you have no speed. Explosive plays require a lot. Can you break tackles? Right. Are you good after the catch? Right. So what he does is special, and there are a plethora of examples of running backs that were mostly special big play guys and weren't like grinded out 5 yards a carry. The best example, in my opinion, would be the league offensive player of the year last year, Saquon Barkley, before he was on the Eagles and had that amazing O-line that won the Super Bowl last year on the Giants, which is a bad O-line. The Patriots don't have a great O-line. On the Giants, he was a big explosive guy. He would run up the middle, run outside, run, average like 2-3 yards a carry, and then break one off. Break one after that. It was explosive plays, right? And he was still a player that was sought after, drafted early. And I think some people lose sight of that.
Saquon Barkley was drafted early. Yes.
Yeah, people lose sight of that. It's just sometimes.
I mean, Saquon is like a generational talent.
And even on the Giants, behind a bad line, like he wasn't able to grind, like just grind out. So it didn't, and he'd even said when he got drafted, I don't want to be that type of running back. Where I just put my head down and just grind. Like Zeke did that, and he had an early career. Zeke was the perfect blend of both. Zeke was a great running back, but because they used him out too much in the grind carries, his career ended early. He's only
I guess my point is it took playing the Bucs to get these explosives and give up a lot of explosives. We did it to the Jets. We've done it all season. That's like part of Todd Bowles' defense is he calls it like I play Madden. It's just it's a free for all with Antoine Winfield back there. It's bend don't break defense. Blitz everybody. No, it's not bend don't break. It's bring the fucking house. But Vrabel was, instead of calling a pass play, he saw that and he would just turn around and give it to Henderson, and that's when he got home. Okay. So not great defense by the Bucs.
I mean, it's good enough to have.
But if you look at these plays, it's not like he's even breaking. He is untouched. Like he's going untouched.
No. He. So I watched. He would break the tackles at the line of scrimmage. You guys are rushing.
There was no. He was.
Yeah, he was. Okay,
we were trying to rush the passer. We were rushing the quarterback. We weren't expecting.
But they're not going to just let him run right past. Like no.
He ran right past us.
I'll say this. This is highly disputed. We don't need to agree. Not a lot of people can do what TreVeyon did. First of all,
props.
Second, it's what the game called for. 3, the Bucs are not the only team that rushes the passer. Right? People are going to do that. Drake may make him prove it. Yada yada yada. But the big thing for me, why TreVeyon was able to do this, and I have him in damn near every league, so I can see his trajectory. They've been giving him more work. Period. He was in the RJ camp where they weren't giving him work. And then 2, Rondre Stevenson got injured. We never wish injuries on anybody. That sucks, but he got injured. So they had to play him. So it's like when you're saying, he was doing this against it, we don't know what he can do against those other teams because he only had 2 games where they actually gave him work above like 13 carries, right? So, and they didn't really pass it to him this time. Imagine if he had that game and they were passing it to him, they might have blown the Bucs out. He only had 1 reception. And one target.
Blowing the Bucs out. I mean, they pretty much.
I'm saying if they had like diversified the offense, like and passed it to him, he usually gets like 5 to 6 targets a game, and they got 1 target a game. So clearly, like to your point, they had him out there, and Vrabel did an okie doke on you guys, and you thought it was a passing situation. He gets 5 targets a game. They ran it, but still, like he got touched. He didn't get touched in the second level. I 100% agree. I thought that too. I was watching the game. I was like, wow. Once he breaks that like line of scrimmage, he's not like shaking and baking at the second level or like stiff arming.
Right.
There's
That's
just nobody
because
there.
we brought the house.
But you still were touching him at the line of scrimmage. I'm just,
Yeah, barely. If you watch the tape of that 69-yard run, Matt Collins comes in, hits somebody, and he's just gone. Like, he's gone. Nobody touched him. So good vision, good
you gotta read
credit.
your Bucs too.
I'm just saying, I've watched enough Tampa Bay football that we do this all. Like, we did this to Cooper Kupp in the NFC Championship game on 3rd down. It's like Todd Bowles just calls an all-out blitz, and it either gets home or we lose the fucking game. That's what it is. He looks cool and collected on the sideline, but he's literally insane with some of these blitzes. And Vrabel beat him. He beat him by just turning around and giving it to Hendo and letting him show off that speed.
Okay. We don't got to over-index. Hendo's my guy.
That's what you want to see. He broke out. Unfortunately, did it against my team. Tampa took an L. Patriots look really good. They look like a complete football team.
Yeah,
they can beat you. They can beat you multiple ways.
So Tampa's playing a team on Thursday.
We're playing Thursday, really?
No, the Thursday that your boy's gonna be down south.
Oh yeah, who are we playing?
Yeah, look it up. I'm gonna be there.
Falcons, December 11th. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to go?
We'll take that one offline. And it's it's a possibility because they're playing.
We're going to Buffalo. Well, that's pretty much the hardest part. Buffalo. Then we got the Rams in prime time. Then Cardinals, Saints, Falcons, Panthers.
Easy. That's easy. Easy peasy.
Dolphins,
even the Bills
Panthers again. So
how I feel about the Bills.
We have our 2 hardest games next. I think we can take the Bills. The Bills lost to the Dolphins.
Yeah, I told you. You know how I feel about the Bills. I told you they don't have the defense to get it done.
Yeah.
And now I don't think they have the offense. James Cook looks okay.
Yeah, McDermott is a product of Josh Allen, not the other way around.
Well, of course, Josh Allen's a superstar, but
right, but they need a coach that can capitalize on that.
Speaking of New York coaches, Dable got fired today.
Yeah, about time. I mean, what? Are you hurt?
He was just so much better. No, I'm not hurt. He was just so much better than the coaches that were before him.
Okay.
Do you remember Ben McAdoo?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. He was a Giants
really
coach.
Bad. He's really bad.
Like, I remember when
you guys haven't had a real coach since what's his face?
Tom Coughlin.
Tom Coughlin. He was the last real coach you had.
No, because I remember when Ben McAdoo got laid off. You don't wish that on anybody, especially given this market. I remember, right? I remember when Ben McAdoo got fired. The New York media was just so
what's Ben
aggressive
McAdoo up
on
to?
it. I have no idea what he's up to. But all I remember is like he had a pizza party for the staff, because people forget when a coach gets fired, that staff is getting fired too, basically, right?
Yeah.
So he had a huge pizza party for his staff at his place in New Jersey, like an unassuming town, and the media was outside, staked out, and like, look at him. They're like, look at Ben McAdoo having a party after he got fired. He wasn't serious about football. Look at him, just ordering pizzas. Look how many pizzas. And they counted, they're like, wow, there's 50 pizzas. What do you need 50 pizzas for? I'm like, I don't know, maybe an entire NFL staff.
Well, that's the thing about shitty leadership. If you have a bad boss, they're like, I had a pizza party. I can't imagine what the problem is.
No, he knew what the problem was. This was after he got fired, right? This was like, he basically was like, this is the last time for me to use company money, basically. Right. Like,
so you got pizza.
They got pizza, but the media's made such a big deal out of it. Where it's
been
like
the best move he made, except he got like all pineapple.
I agree. It might have been the best move he made. It's just that
that might have been the best call he made. Was calling the pizza guy. So he's now on the Patriots. In 2024, he was a senior offensive assistant. And then in 2025, he was changed to a senior defensive assistant.
We don't want you calling plays.
Why did the Patriots do that? When I was talking to my buddy about the Pats, he reminded me that Matt Patricia was offensive coordinator for Mac Jones.
That was silly.
That was so like, what? But, I mean, we had some pretty bad coaches in Tampa. We remember Greg Schiano?
No, I don't.
He coached Rutgers. He's like, we want Shiano, man. Remember, he's like, foot on the line. He would like yell at these professional athletes about stupid shit.
I don't
He was
remember
the one
that.
who would, we would lose and he would blitz on the kneel down. Tom Coughlin screamed at him. Because he's like, we played to the end of the game, but we'd be getting blown out, and he's trying to like hurt somebody on a kneel down. He was a piece of shit. Anyways, let's talk about.
Let's get to the list.
Let's talk about the
How'd I
president.
do? How'd I do
You
last
actually
week?
did. You beat me this week. You were
I know I
8-5. You were 8-5.
Mhm.
I was 6-7. So that brings
Just
our
like my
overall
team, man, no.
standings. Yeah, that brings our overall standings. I'm 34-19, and you're 27-27. So you're at 500. Speaking of 500, I fell below 500. I'm on a slide, man. And
Let me do most of the talking tonight.
what's that?
I said, let me
Yeah.
do most of the talking tonight.
Yeah, please.
I'm messing with you. You actually a discussion that we've been talking about. Points for, points against has to be part of the dynasty calculation. Sometimes it's a good year for you, sometimes it's a bad year for you. Like just the luck of the draw.
Yeah. So in hockey, it's puck luck, right? It's like sometimes you get a lucky bounce, sometimes you don't. You know, I wake up, I check the app. Jonathan Taylor's got 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. Like, what the fuck? What do you do? What do you do? You know, Brock Bowers has 3 touchdowns and 11 catches, and then he goes 1 for 30 the next week.
Yeah. See,
So
you have
it's
to,
like,
yeah.
my team's consistent. It's just I'm getting beat up on. I got lucky last year. That's why I'm hesitant to blow it up. You know, because I think this squad will come back next year and perform.
It might perform, but it might run into some other teams that are performing.
Yeah, that's fine.
See, this is where the professor and chef disagree. I always try to take a pulse of where the league is going. In our league, 2 of the more consistent teams started aging out at the same time. 3, actually, if I count Juice Hopkins' team, started aging out at the same time and started tinkering. And I anticipated that. And I think next year there's going to be another 1 to 2 additions, right? So the teams that have been rebuilding for the past 2 or 3 years are ascending. You kind of have to look, because it was, in my opinion, harder to compete in years past. So if you're listening and you're new to Dynasty or you're new to Redraft, just it's not only where your team is at, it's where is the league. If there are 4, like last year in a Dynasty league that we're in, it was the most competitive year that it had ever been. The team that finished, I believe, 4 teams make the playoffs. The team that finished at 7, I believe, was above 500. So it's like, that's an incredibly competitive. You have 3 teams that were above 500 that didn't make the playoffs. Right. There's times to compete and times to open your window and times to re-roll. You know, in poker, we say a good fold is better than a good bluff. So sometimes you're just bluffing yourself in Dynasty and Redraft.
Yeah. And as a fellow poker player, I can tell when somebody is trying to bullshit, man. So a good indicator that a player is elite is the amount of commercials they're on. So I don't see TreVeyon Henderson on commercials. I don't see Brees Hall on commercials. All I fucking see is Christian McCaffrey on TV.
Brees Hall has looked.
You're gonna tell me about his yards per carry when he's the number 2 player in fantasy. Like, don't act like I don't. This dude is in California. He's 29 years old. He trains like a man. You're trying to compare him to Tyreek Hill. Like, he's got the police chasing him in a Lamborghini in Miami. Like, come on, dude. This guy is a brand.
Hill,
he's a brand. He plays for
of course he's a
Shanahan.
brand. That is, your body doesn't care if you're
McCaffrey's a brand. His
Your body
body is
doesn't
his
care if you're a
brand.
brand.
Yeah,
Okay.
it does. Look at Tom Brady. You can get a cryovac trainer or cryovac hibernation suit.
Sure.
You know,
I'm not gonna compare him to Tom Brady. I would
don't
say,
don't Tyreek Hill me on this guy.
okay, is Tyreek Hill a Hall of Famer?
No,
I think he's a lot closer than Christian McCaffrey is, because he's done it longer.
done what?
Go look at the stats. Go look at the season. Go look at the seasons. Performed at a high level, and he has a championship. Christian McCaffrey doesn't have a championship.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 49ers are not sniffing the Super Bowl this season.
I'm
gonna be honest.
I would say the 49ers have a 2-year window still. Next 2 years.
How's the 2-year window look like this past week? So they got blown out by
They didn't get
the
blown
Rams.
out. Well, I guess they kind
Yeah,
of
I think
got
it was a
blown
20
out.
piece. It was a 20 piece.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, and their offense looked good, and they still got blown out.
I mean, you could have made that argument about the Rams 2 years ago and been like, Stafford's done. He's like 38 years old.
I'm not saying blow it up. I'm just saying that like they don't have a 2-year window because
why not?
You're talking about 3 years ago, but it's like this is Christian McCaffrey 3 years later.
3
This
years
is George
ago.
Kittle 3 years later. They already sent off Deebo Samuel. Like the nucleus isn't the same. Yuka's injured, asking for a trade. Purdy's banged up. Like, the whole ecosystem, like Christian McCaffrey could get shipped off to Tennessee next season. He's not putting up elite numbers there, right? It's just like they're paying him a lot of money.
You're
like,
right. Yeah, no, he could go to Tennessee next season.
It's in the cards. They're paying him a lot of money, and like I don't see
in the cards. What is that? How is that in the cards?
In the cards, it's a possibility. It depends on how like they finish. But like, if we're being honest, San Francisco is not better than the Seattle Seahawks, and they're not better than the Rams. They just got blown out by it. So I don't see them making the playoffs as a team that's third in their division. I just don't. There's a bunch of other teams that are second in the NFC that could see making the playoffs over them.
Yeah.
That's just real talk. Maybe they eke out better than the second team in the NFC.
They're 6-4, LA 7-2, Seattle 7-2.
So they have 2 more losses.
But also they haven't had a bye yet. Right. You can't count them out. Like you're telling me they're out of their division.
Yeah, have you seen how Seattle's looked?
Yeah.
And the Rams, but they both looked like Super Bowl teams.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest. Like, look what the Seahawks did to a division opponent last week. And then the week before, the Seahawks were steamrolling
Arizona?
People. Yeah. It's a division opponent, though. We've talked about this. Like,
it is a
good,
division
bad,
opponent.
Or ugly. It's like your division opponent knows you. They play you multiple times year in and year out. Like, it's not an easy win to blow them out like that.
Okay. Well, maybe LA and the Seahawks can both be in the Super Bowl.
You know what? Let's make a gentleman's bet about it.
On what? On the Niners
NFC
making
West.
The playoffs?
No, NFC West. How's it going to shake up?
I don't know. I don't know that division. I'm just saying they're 1 win behind. They're 2 losses and 1 win behind. They're not out of the division yet.
Of winning it, they're out.
Okay.
There's 2 teams that are better than them. If it was 1 team, I totally would get that. I just don't see them beating 2 really good teams out for the division. One has the best quarterback, the Rams. One has the best team.
The Rams are playing the Seahawks next, which means one of those 2 teams will have an L.
Who are the Niners playing next?
You're a production guy. Niners get the Cardinals, then they get the Panthers, then they get the Browns, then they get the Titans. They could go 4-0.
Yeah, they could. I stand corrected. That's the easiest.
Then Colts, Bears, Hawks. That's what's going to decide it. End of the year.
Damn, the Niners could win the division. You're right. That's a pretty easy schedule.
So 7 games left. They're 1 game behind. I'm not ready to call them out. They are really banged up. But back to my original point, if a man is on as many commercials as I've seen him on, that means he's probably an elite. You were talking about production value of these games. He's an elite asset.
You're right. I can't write off the commercials. Because when Baker started getting commercials, I remember Colin Cowherd was like, Baker's in too many commercials. He's never going to win a Super Bowl or win a Pro Bowl. Like, he's got to stop it. And then Baker got better the more commercials he was in. And there's a little blip there,
Brock Purdy was in commercials for a bit. He's nobody's seen him in commercials this year.
Yeah, sometimes you
gotta be on the field. Oh man, first scoreless first half in Monday Night Football history since 2009. Packers Eagles, ugly.
So let's go through the games. Let's see how we did. Yeah, let's talk about it.
Okay, we both picked the Broncos. Let's pull up the scores here. The Broncos again. Did you watch any of that game on Thursday?
Unfortunately.
God, that was awful. Really, that was a terrible game. I turned it off around a little before halftime. But if the punt is the highlight of the Like a guy kicking it out of bounds at the 2 is the highlight of the first half. I'm changing the channel. The bad game. The Broncos just continue to get these really narrow wins, and
They'll have to score next week, though.
they're 8-2. Who's next week?
I think they play the Chiefs.
I think they're the most overrated 8-2 team in the league for sure.
Easily.
I mean, then Falcons Colts in Berlin. Didn't wake up for that one.
I saw the end of that. Jonathan Taylor
looked late the night before. You picked the Falcons. I picked the Colts.
Jonathan Taylor won that.
I got that one.
He looked great.
Colts looked good. Jonathan Taylor.
Colts don't look good. Jonathan Taylor looked like an MVP.
Yeah, like I said, I woke up, I checked the app, he had 50 points.
Thing is, in overtime, the first team that scores wins. They handed the ball out to him like 4 or 5 times in a row. The other team, the Falcons, knew they were doing that, and he still scored. And when he scored, he didn't score from like the 2-yard line. He scored from like the 11. And there's 4 times in a row. Like he looked. I can't imagine getting run on like that in overtime in another country to win the game. He's just different.
Yeah, I mean, if everybody knows it's coming and you still can't stop it, that's how
crazy.
you know. But he's always had all the physical tools. It was just a matter of defenses could really stack the box on him, but he still performed. He's never been the consensus number 1 in fantasy and redraft, and that's just stupid. Like, it's disrespectful at this point, and it's probably too late. All right, Jets, Browns. You got this one. You took the Jets. I took the Browns. I wasn't really excited about my pick, but yeah, how'd the Jets look?
The game was bad. Brees Hall looked good.
Brees Hall looked good.
He scored a touchdown.
What the? Justin Fields had 11. He had 11 passing attempts.
Yeah, that's on the team.
He went 6 for 11. What do you mean that's on the team? They don't want him to throw.
They called 11 passing plays. They still won, but they didn't call any passing plays. Cam he went 6 for 11. Yeah, they called 11 passing plays.
Right. So he ran the ball 7 times. So he had one more run than he had completions.
Mm-hmm.
And then Brees Hall ran it 21 times.
They're running it.
Their total running attempts were 33 compared to 6 pass attempts. It's clearly an organization that has faith in their quarterback. Dylan Gabriel is doing the opposite. He's throwing it 32 times.
And taking the L.
And he completed 17 of those. I think most of that was in garbage time. Quinshawn Judkins, 22 for 75 for a 3.4 clip with a long of 11. That's pretty good considering the Jets traded away their best defensive players.
That's all right for Quinshawn Judkins. No TreVeyon Henderson, but that was all right.
He's going to be a stud. They're both going to be studs. Jerry Jeudy made an appearance, probably the first time all year he's made an appearance. Harold Fanning continues to stick around. I don't really want to spend any more time on that game unless you do.
No.
Saints.
Oh, wait. Garrett Wilson got injured. Garrett Wilson re-injured his knee. Just put him on your bench until the playoffs, the fantasy playoffs.
Oh, they're showing highlights of Jonathan Taylor. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Panthers, Saints. This was all Saints. We both got this one wrong. The Panthers are just they're like bipolar. They lose the game.
Good, though.
They lose the games they're supposed to win, and they win the games they're supposed to lose.
The Rook looked good for the Saints.
19 for 7, 70% completion, 2 touchdowns. Yeah, again, he got Chris Olave involved, Juwan Johnson involved. Had a nice game. Well, Kamara got volume. Bryce Young just stinks, man. Fucking stinks. It's like if you need 1 point from a guy, he's gonna have a tough time.
It's tough.
He might get you negative. Running game. Yeah, he doesn't throw touchdowns. He doesn't. Yeah, Panthers suck. They suck. They still have a decent record, but they're 5-5. They're 1 game behind the Bucs. We still have to play them twice. I don't think they're a legit threat to the division. Speaking of the Bucs, we both took the Bucs. They lost to the Pats.
I took the Bucs to. I must have changed it last time.
You can play the tape, but that's what I got written down.
No, I remember. I think I changed it after. I don't know why.
Yeah, our defense didn't play well. You know, we came out, we got a score first drive. Patriots answered. Yeah, Vrabel out coached Bulls here, and Patriots just they're a little bit healthier than us right now. I know they're banged
TreVeyon
up.
Henderson. It took 2 to the
Yeah,
house.
well,
That
yeah,
was not your
TreVeyon
standard start.
Henderson, but they have a really good run defense, and they managed to bottle up Rashad White. I think the Bucs tried to get Sean Tucker more involved, and he was just his running
That didn't
style.
look.
His running style against the Pats was not, that was stupid. Baker kind of force fed Auden. He just doesn't really know where to go with the ball because a lot of his guy Evans is out, Godwin's out, Bucky's out. Not an excuse, but we had an opportunity to go down and win the game, and we couldn't convert. Tez Johnson looks nice. He was a 7th round pick out of Oregon. If you got him in Dynasty,
I watched him.
If you got him in Dynasty, he's gonna be good for a long time.
Yeah. I watched a lot of his tape. Actually, wanted to get him. I was just discouraged with his draft capital, but we mentioned this on the last podcast. I'm honestly gonna throw draft capital out the window. Like, I'm just gonna trust my eyes. Like, Tez Johnson, like a comp, I would say would be like Tank Dell, but he has more looser hips. So Tank Dell is very shifty as well, but a little bit more vertical, like tight hips, like almost kind of like Xavier Worthy. Whereas I would say that Tez Johnson is like, he's like Houdini back there, like almost like Jackson from the Eagles. Yeah, from the Eagles. Yeah. Like that type of player and explosion, and I think he could play alongside like an Emeka Ibuka for a long time. They can both be productive. Like, he just operates in a different part of the field, and very, very good at yak.
And he's got good hands. So
yeah, really good.
He makes tougher catches that some of those speedsters don't really always make.
Yeah,
so it's nice.
I'm gonna go off on a limb and say that a lot of hype around Ohio State and LSU wide receivers and skill players because Mason Taylor went to LSU. I'm gonna say that Oregon is a quiet value if you can kind of start looking at it right now, like, and maybe anticipate like a Terrence Ferguson, because Taz looks really good.
Bucky
looks really good.
Terrence, Bo Nix
looks really good. Yeah, so it's not really just
Bo Nix doesn't look really good, but
I mean, it's a good system. I want to focus more on like
he's
skill
better
players.
than Bryce Young. Justin Herbert played at Oregon.
Yeah, Herbert played, but that was a different system at that point. But
here's the thing about Oregon. Eugene, Oregon is where Nike's CEO and founder's from. So that's why they always have different jerseys every game. They have private jets to go get recruits. If the University of Oregon is interested in you, that's a good indicator that you're going to be a successful player. And then on top of that, if you get drafted, even if it's late, like Bucky was late, Tez Johnson, 7th round pick.
Troy Franklin as well.
Troy Franklin
was 4th. I was just gonna say, I feel like it's preparation. That's why I'm comparing them to Ohio State. But to your point, they are recruiting very talented like players. But I think there's something about the system that's like NFL preparation ready. I even heard like McVay talk about how they liked how they had Terrence Ferguson ready for their system. So there's basically some college coaches like, hey, I want to win games, but I also want to have like an NFL pro-ready system, but pro-ready system for like the new age NFL. So like the Sean McVays, the Mike McDaniels, like the Shanahan, like those systems. And I think it's kind of showing, especially with the team like Oregon.
Yeah. And Bucky and Tez were friends. Tez was adopted by Bo Nix's family brought him in. That's a indicator of what kind of person he is. Yeah, because when you're drafting these guys, you're not just drafting the player. It's also, you want high character guys. You want guys with high character. All right, that's enough on that game. Ravens, Vikings. You picked the Ravens. I picked the Vikings, and the Ravens won. Lamar's back. What's that? That's Loss number 3 for JJ. The Vikings weren't completely the Vikings were in this, but I said this earlier. Watch out for the Ravens. They're gonna
That's
get
3.
hot.
That's loss 2 for JJ.
No, loss 3 for his career.
Oh, for his career. Okay, I thought you meant this season. For his career, going based on his career. Wait, how's his career? He didn't even play last year. He was injured in preseason.
He only lost twice in high school and college. This was his first professional L, I think.
No, he lost to the Falcons in like week 2 when he was injured.
No, he won that game.
Oh, really? I thought he lost.
Didn't he?
He told me. You were right about this. The Ravens look like the team, not the Chiefs. Like I thought, definitely not the Bills. Like some people think. The Ravens. Lamar looks like he's gearing up for a Super Bowl run. Because that Vikings win was impressive.
Yeah, Vikings hung around. I just don't think they're quite ready yet to hang with these guys. And it's like, Baltimore's 4-5. Pittsburgh lost to the Chargers. Baltimore's 1 game behind Pittsburgh. And I think that's part of the reason Mike Tomlin was so upset that the Browns traded Flacco is he's got a soft fucking team. And they're not going to win the division.
Joe Burrow might come back. He's talking about coming back after Thanksgiving. Around Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Well, that would be helpful. Still no score in this game. All right. Bears. We both took the Bears. That was a close one.
It was. Caleb looks clutch, though.
That was a close one. Caleb was he ran it in to win it. Yeah. On a scramble. Did he house it on a scramble?
Yeah, he's running it, he's passing it, he's doing everything.
No, I mean to ice the game.
Yeah, it was a
17-yard scramble. Iced. Yep. Bears.
The Bears.
They're 6-3. The only reason they're not on top is because of the tie that Green Bay has. So, this game's 0-0, but if Green Bay loses, Chicago is on top of the division. And it looks like Green Bay's going to lose. I wonder what happens if Green Bay ties again. It doesn't technically count as a loss.
Or a W, though.
All right. So we both got the Bears, but we both took the Texans, who again, they won it at the last friggin' minute. But fourth quarter, 4 touchdowns for the Texans. The Jaguars just friggin' choked.
The Jaguars are not good.
Trevor Lawrence fumbled. Will Anderson recovered for a touchdown. I think he did that twice. I think Will Anderson scored on 2 touchdowns on 2 fumble recoveries. I could be wrong.
Yeah. Only thing from that game I have is Brenton Strange is practicing, so he's coming back from IR. Good buy low tight end if you need one.
Yeah. Also, Davis Mills, is it Davis Mills?
Mm-hmm.
He's looking pretty clutch.
He's looking better than CJ Stroud.
He took one in. He ran one in too. I think it was just one fumble recovery for a score, but that's still plenty. Okay, so Houston wins that one. I took the Cardinals for some reason. You took the Hawks. Hawks just beat that ass.
We don't need to run it back.
Good.
I definitely would not have taken the Cardinals.
Well, I was just trying to hype up Jacoby Brissett. Oh, and I was like, you guys suck at home. It was just y'all scored 5 straight touchdowns on them. Just it was 35-0 in the second quarter. That's not a good look. So, I mean, this is always what happens though with Jacoby Brissett. It's like he has a couple games that are nice. People are like, "Oh, Kyler Murray stinks," and then he reverts.
This isn't about Jacoby. This is about the Seahawks. Their Super Bowl.
Well, yeah, it is. Yeah, the Cardinals are a terrible organization. They should be the next ones to fire their coach. He's just standing around on the side. They're down 30. Just
doing his best Dable impression.
Try doing something maybe. Like he's like, I've tried nothing and I'm out of ideas. I don't know. Like even. Todd Bowles does shit like that, but then he like dials up crazy plays. They're like, "You sure you want to do this, coach?" And he's like, "Yeah, send everyone." You know what I mean? So like, and he's at least scowling. So if you're Rich, is it Rich Gannon or John Gannon? Rich Gannon played quarterback.
So it's John Gannon.
Does he have any relation to Rich Gannon?
No, he has no relation to any Johns either.
Did the Cardinals know that? He just like fake his resume. Yeah, he played for Louisville until he suffered a career-ending injury. So he became a graduate assistant. Okay, so it sucks he got injured, but he didn't play professionally ever, and it shows. He was Philly's defensive coordinator in 2021. Okay. All right. I didn't know defense was his thing. I don't know what his thing was because that team has like no identity at all. Seahawks look phenomenal though. Seahawks have an identity. They're going to air it out on you and then they're going to pound it with both their running backs and they're going to play good fucking defense. Hawks look really good.
They do. Good full team.
Speaking of good looking teams, Lions just beat up on the Commanders.
Commanders have beat up them. It's not an impressive win for me. He beat Marcus Mariota.
But it's like,
did anyone think Marcus Mariota would win?
You're supposed to. Dan Campbell took over play calling, which was kind of big.
You don't win the games you're supposed to because they lost to JJ McCarthy last week. They were supposed to win that game. They didn't. That's why he took over. Detroit, to me, is a fraudulent team.
Are you saying the Lions are a bad team?
Not a bad team. They're just overhyped. They are the 49ers to me, that tier.
Okay.
Where I think they're missing a piece. They're fine. Wouldn't surprise me if the Bears won the division, right? So
it would surprise me if the Bears won the division, but
I mean, if you get the play call taken from you by your boss, that means you're a lame duck like coordinator.
Right. But he lost Ben Johnson. He lost both his coordinators, and he's Dan Campbell.
That also means he doesn't trust the one that was left there. Trust is a big thing. You need trust to win a Super Bowl to make a deep playoff run.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, he trusts himself to make the call.
He does trust himself.
I'm fine with it.
I'm not fine with it because I think so. Dan Campbell, and this is no knock on him. Said I want to over-index on like prior quarterbacks, but it's like he was a tight end in the NFL. It wasn't like he was a quarterback or an offensive guru. So him having to call all the plays while still being a head coach and managing the game and being the CEO and managing the clock and the refs and personnel, etc. That's him calling the plays is going to take away from that. Right. He's not Kevin O'Connell, who's a quarterback in the NFL. He's not Ben Johnson, who's like a play calling genius. He had Ben Johnson, the play calling genius, right? Who left. Don't be surprised if you see like some head scratching, like game managing decisions if Dan Campbell has to call the plays long term. He's not Andy Reid. Right. There's a few guys that can really do that at a high level, manage a game and call some plays. I
mean, maybe it was, after a loss, he wanted to give a spark and maybe he turns it back over to the other guy. I don't even know who the offensive coordinator for Detroit is right now.
Me neither. And now we're never going to know because he got the duties taken away from him.
But like that's what happens when you're a successful team and both your coordinators go on to become head coaches. Those are hard positions to replace.
Really? You could be like the Patriots.
What's up?
You could be like the Patriots and put a defensive coordinator in there.
Matt Patricia?
Go Bill Belichick.
The pencil. Yep. How's Bill doing down at UNC? He won a game yet?
He won a game. Not very good. Not worth some podcast juice, in my opinion. He's maybe 2 games he's won, 2 or 3.
They're 2 and 4. All right. Last one. You took 2 more. You took the Rams. I took the Niners. You got that one right. We kind of talked about that game already. And then you took the Steelers. I took the Chargers. I didn't watch that game. I'm really sick of watching Aaron Rodgers play football.
Yeah, I'm done too.
I would like to know longer. DK Metcalf, 3 for 35. Caleb Johnson, 2 for 3. Caleb Johnson was 2 for 3 with a long of 5. How does that even happen? I guess so. He had one. Yeah, one that.
1 for -5.
Yeah. Holy shit. Aaron Rodgers, 16 for 31 for 160 yards. It's just bad.
Yeah.
Vidal is just dominating that backfield. Lad McConkey had a nice game. QJ got some volumes but didn't score. He did get 10 targets, so that's encouraging. Led the team in targets. Pittsburgh's on top of the AFC, but it's just a matter of time. And then the Chargers 7-3. They're right behind Denver. I can see them winning this division.
The Chargers?
Yeah. I mean, the Chiefs are 5-4. They're a game behind Denver.
I got Denver. still.
Yeah, I mean
I think the coach is better.
Denver's defense is really. You think their coach is better? Because
Defense is nasty, and I think their coach is
I'll
better.
take
Yeah,
Harbaugh.
I mean,
I'll take.
nah, I think Peyton inherited more of a dumpster fire. He didn't have a Justin Herbert sitting there waiting for him, to
Sure.
coach up. He had Russell Wilson, who he coached up, then dumped, tore everything down, drafted a rookie, and now they're 8-2 a year later. Like,
Yeah,
this isn't a 3-year rebuild. This is a
that's quick rebuild.
1-year rebuild. It's a 1-year rebuild.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't trying to rebuild with Russ. So it's like he's trying to make it work with Russ. So now Sean Payton. Was that the last game? Obviously the game right now.
It's like 3-0 Philadelphia.
Okay. I'm gonna take a halftime.
Highly disputed. Highly disputed. Let's have a drink and let's talk through it.
I'm playing. All right, bro.
Damn.
What?
This is just such a fucking bad game.
It is. It's Monday though.
What does that mean? 3-0 in the third?
It's bad for fantasy. Is that
Okay,
Henny?
it's a bad game.
Just taking out
It's a really bad game.
Is that Henny?
What?
What was it?
No.
Was that Hennessy? Okay. Fancy.
Tennessee whiskey.
We gotta scrub
got,
that
like,
out. They're not sponsors yet.
We'll take it out. I got like 4 bottles of bourbon for my birthday. I'm like, really? It's like, am I just an alcoholic? Is that what it is? Everyone's just giving me whiskey. I appreciate it, but shit.
Like shoes.
But I'm still, my birthday was in August and I'm down to 1.5. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. I know some people that would have
Pretty
been
good
through
clip.
it in a month.
I feel like I needed to break it out because this Bud Light is not doing shit. And I feel like we need to up the energy a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do our Dynasty MVP by position.
Oh, I love that.
Let's keep it to rookies.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we can do overall too, but I think rookies.
Let's do both. There's not that many.
Okay. So quarterback.
Okay. You want to go first?
Dynasty MVP. I mean, this one's probably a layup. Jackson Dart.
For rookies, yeah, Jackson Dart. Who's your for non-rookie one? I think this would be different for us.
My MVP for Dynasty quarterback, Sam Darnold.
Mine's Matthew Stafford.
Okay.
I think both are
Dynasty? For Dynasty, though.
Yeah, but what you say, we're in week 10. I think, are you ready to say that Sam Darnold has more top 10 seasons in him than Matthew Stafford does? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. I can't say it. I don't think so. But
I'm ready to say he has the potential for more ahead of him than.
What does he have? It's, the Dynasty, we're making the trade. So for me, it's Stafford, even in Dynasty.
Right. But you're watching the Hawks and they're just going out and balling on people.
So
and
for me, I guess MVP is a league winner.
Right.
MVP is a league winner. You didn't really give up anything to get Matthew Stafford. You did for Sam Darnold. RB, who's your rookie?
I made a trade. I traded Justin Herbert in the league that I took over to your brother, and I got Sam Darnold and a fair amount of picks. And I'm really happy with, I'm not noticing a big drop off between Justin Herbert and Sam Darnold in terms of production.
Yeah, just name.
Yeah, it's just, he's not 6'6" and 250 or whatever, but he's throwing strikes. He's getting 17 completions in a row. Matthew Stafford, I would say, is more of a better NFL quarterback in real life than he is a dynasty asset. But at the same time, we've been saying that for years, and the guy just keeps coming out there. So I'm not saying you're wrong.
But you're saying I'm wrong. Okay. Who's your RB1?
I mean, RB1 for rookie?
Your rookie MVP.
Rookie MVP. Probably Quinshon Judikins. Because I was ready to completely write him off, and he just did a 360 or a 180 or whatever.
That's a good one.
I mean, Scattaboo, even for injury, is tough. I just don't see him his running style is not conducive for dynasty because it's so friggin' physical.
Okay, but he's a rookie, so he's going to still have at least 4 years left. Okay, so for me, for NFL, I agree. It's Jonathan Taylor, easy money. For dynasty,
for rookies,
For rookies, yeah, so many good rookie RBs. And it's hard to choose. This is such a great class.
Is it?
For rookie running backs, yeah. Honestly, I'm gonna go TreVeyon Henderson. I'm going TreVeyon Henderson.
Of course, yeah. Because of last week.
Tight end. Because the rest of your schedule as the main thing. Some of these guys are injured, like Omar Hampton's injured. Quinton Judkins has been beat up, and he's on a really bad team, so they're not going to be in running situations like that. Cam Scottaboo's injured. Ashton Genty's on a bad team. A lot of different factors. Bashal Tootin still hasn't broken out. But
Well, let's do wideouts first.
we'll do wideout? Okay, we'll do wideout. Let's do wideout. NFL and rookie for you.
So rookie for me is Emeka Mbuka.
Good choice. Good choice.
And then MVP for wide receiver. Probably I'm gonna go with Amon-Ra St. Brown.
That's a good one. For me,
Because that guy just scores touchdowns.
you picked already. For me, I saw you try to go JSN. I'm going to go JSN. JSN, and then rookie. Egbuka
So your
the
MVP for wide receiver is
JSN. JSN.
Great
Even though
choice.
even though I talked a lot of shit. Nice. Rookie, wide receiver, MVP.
Can I give you a hint?
I know you picked Egbuka, but I'm trying to
He might
think,
play
like,
for the Panthers.
No.
Not
Ted is
Ted?
that one.
Not
No.
Ted?
Let me think.
Really?
No, not Ted. Honestly, if he hadn't gotten injured, I would have put Travis Hunter. He broke out right before he got injured and is playing defense. Hard not to put him, but
You can put
I gotta
Travis
go.
Hunter in there.
I gotta go with Egbuka too. I gotta go with Egbuka. I'll go with Egbuka.
I
Is that
like
really
that.
much?
I like that. I think that's undisputable.
Yeah.
He's
You gotta
just
respect
he's
it.
polished. He's polished. All right, tight end. I mean, this one to me is kind of easy.
the hardest one.
Oh no, I think it's Tyler Warren, no question.
For
But
rookie?
yeah,
Nah, for rookie, I think it's hard.
yeah, I think it's Tyler Warren, no credit. Like for me, in terms of who's outperformed their draft position and like
That's
what
probably
kind
the
of
MVP though, in my opinion.
yeah. I mean, Tyler Warren's been a slam dunk. Like he's a plug and play dude for a rookie tight end.
So for me, part of the top rookie, right, is me projecting down the stretch. I am not sure that Tyler Warren's going to be the best rookie down the stretch at tight end. I actually don't think it's going to be him. I think it could be a plethora of different players.
So who's your MVP rookie tight end?
You went first, the rookie. I need more time to think. My NFL player is Trey McBride.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
Rookie, hard not to go Tyler Warren. You're right. But
I mean, you can make an argument for Harold Fannin.
yeah, Colson Loveland.
You can make an argument for Loveland. I just don't see. You can even make an argument for Ferguson, but consistently they haven't been as. I'm talking
Or Mason Taylor.
mid-season.
Or
Yeah,
Mason Taylor.
Mason Taylor too. But
Oh, you know what? I got mine. Arondé Gadsden.
that's a great pick. That's a good pick.
That's mine.
Great
Because
pick.
in spurts he has looked better than even Warren. Because
Also the draft capital it took to take
did, but he looks like they funnel their offense through him sometimes.
No, but I'm saying it's such a like you could have got him
it's
in
such a value. It's
third,
MVP.
fourth, or you could have picked him up for Fab.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a great choice. And that's what I'm kind of looking for here. Is like we don't need the obvious one. It's like who's the guy who's like overperformed their position or overperformed their draft.
ADP.
Yeah, exactly.
Draft position. Yeah, the running back one. There's so many good running backs too.
Right, but who's really? Let's run it back. Let's do fuck MVP. Who has overperformed their draft position as a rookie at each position? So for quarterback, I mean, I said Jackson Dart, but he was still second round pick.
Is the first round pick,
right? But he was going in the second, even in Superflex.
In Dynasty. All right. Yeah. Okay, so you're talking about Dynasty draft position.
Yeah. I don't think people have a lot of faith in him, but I think in
Dynasty draft position for running for quarterback.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Shuck.
Okay, that's a good pick. I'm gonna go with Dylan Gabriel because even though it's a lot of garbage time, he put up 20 points last game, and you probably got him in the 4th.
Okay, running back then.
Running back, I'm going to go with Kyle Monungai, who probably went undrafted and is now in position to at least, have a role even with a healthy DeAndre Swift.
Probably Woody Marks.
Woody Marks, yeah. I mean, Bill fits the profile, but he hasn't backed it up.
And now fell off, and
he fell
Woody
off.
has Nick Chubb in front of him.
Yeah, but Woody's performing.
I'm about to grab a.
That's a good pick. All right, so wide receiver. We talked about this guy earlier. I'm going with Tez Johnson, who you probably got for free or in the 4th.
I'm going Torrey Horton.
Great, yep, great choice.
I'm back. I got some evening tea. Got some tea. Okay, so Torrey Horton. I gotta go Torrey. Gotta go my guy.
That's a great pick. Tight end, outperformed draft position. I'll go Harold Fannin here. Harold Fannin Jr.
I gotta go Gatson because
that's a great pick.
He went to Syracuse. You were on him like pretty early too. Early the people that don't.
Yeah, I should have picked him over Arroyo.
He's a wide receiver at Syracuse. Like I thought he was gonna be too much of a tweener like Kyle Pitts, but when they have and we'll talk about more in draft season, you gotta really look at the reactions of like the GMs and the teams that are drafting them.
Right.
And Torrey Horton, I loved the reaction. I loved it from Orlando Gatson. And like really what you need to understand and look at is, does this team have a plan for the player? If they say, and same thing with Terrence Ferguson, right? If they say, oh, you're going to fit in our system right away, or we know exactly how we're going to use there's a role specifically for you that you'll fill right away. That might be someone you want to look at, right? Because they're going to use them. Not like they're super talented. Like I know they're super talented sitting at home on the couch. Do you have a plan for this talented young person to contribute to your organization? Yes, no, maybe. That's what it boils down to. Yes, if they're not an elite talent or a generational, you don't discount that, like a Caleb Williams.
Right, but you can be a generational talent and go to a shit team like Ashton Genty.
Yeah, talk about it. That's a real disheartening situation.
Yeah, that entire organization is disheartening.
He talked too much shit though before the draft though. I love you, Ashton.
He did talk a lot of shit. And this is something
way too much shit.
I brought this up. I bet money on this man to hit a certain amount of yards against Penn State, and I watched his ass get stuffed and fumble twice in the first half in the college football playoffs. What do we talk about? We talk about finding winners, guys who like
Monungai.
If you're a superstar, well,
I'm kidding.
I'm saying like superstars are the guys who turn it on when the lights are brightest, right?
TreVeyon Henderson. And the Natty, dog. Come on.
I mean, he won. Yeah. The Natty. He won the Natty. He beat the Bucs. Devontae Smith just got a touchdown. It's 10-0 Eagles.
Devontae Smith is a beast. He's not buy low, but if you like him, go trade from him.
Devontae Smith, again, that's a winner. He's a winner. He's a winner. People were concerned about his size. His 40 wasn't as. It's like, fuck a 40. Look at the game speed. Look at the separation on the field.
He's just nasty.
Yeah, it's like, who cares if he's like 190? It's like the guy makes plays, and which is important.
At that size,
which is important.
Healthy. Exactly. What? At that size, he stays very healthy.
Yeah.
Avocado toast matchups. Who you got matched up with next week?
Next week, I got Ashley.
Okay, so you got a bye week. So you might be at 500.
It's not a bye week, but it's a get right week. Hopefully, I need to stop this slide.
Respect your opponent.
What?
Smart. You respect your opponent. Smart.
Yeah, I mean, my opponent has Josh Allen,
who's not playing well right now.
Quinshon Judkins,
who's not playing well. But yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You got the Bucs.
I'm going to talk shit. I lost 4 games in a row. I'm not talking shit about anybody.
You talked shit to me when we played. You talked out.
Well, I was feeling better about my team when we played, and I was 4-2, and now I'm 4-5. So I haven't won a game since we played.
Okay, you got to get right game. Okay, so go through the matchups.
Then we got the commissioner playing Spence. Commissioner's heating up a little. This should be a big game.
I got Spence. Spence has only lost once, to your point.
Yeah, but I feel like Spence is gonna fuck up his lineup. He's gonna put somebody in. All
No,
right,
because he has
then,
Patrick Mahomes coming back. Patty's on bye right now.
your brother's got Matt,
Brother's
so
got
he should
that.
get a dub there. Jordan's playing Fernie.
That is the matchup of the week.
Yeah, so we can bring Jordan on to talk about that. Actually, I think you versus J-Bo is a matchup of the week.
I like my team there. J-Bo's team has been riding a very, very high on good fortune.
Cluck.
And my team is
What are we
starting to
talking
break
about?
out.
I'm Cluck.
And my team is breaking out. It's just timing. Life's about timing. If TreVeyon
It's
Henderson's
crazy.
going to put up 26 points on my team's going to be hard to beat. Even without Jaden Daniels. Like, I have so many injuries right now, and I put up 200 points with Malik Neighbors out, Jaden Daniels out, Garrett Wilson out, putting up 0 in my lineup. Like, depth is the key to fantasy football, dynasty or redraft, especially if you have deep benches. Like, I'm weathering the storm and putting up 200 points. And listen, I'm not taking a lap for myself. I'm just trying to state a point that a lot of people need to understand is don't be so quick to break up depth for an elite asset, especially one singular asset, because if that person gets injured, right, they're going to be screwed. I drafted him, right? So you drafted Mecca Buka. Mecca Buka would cost 3x the draft capital for you to acquire right now. And he might flop next season like BTJ, right? So it's like, just trust your process and what you're seeing with your eyes and who you draft. But like, depth is important, right? You're always going to need depth.
Yeah.
If you're in a position where you got people coming up.
I also sent you a running back for Mbuka who put up 40 for you.
He did. It was fair. We knew it was fair, but people thought
I
thought that I fleeced
scouted
you.
and I drafted in the second.
Yeah. People thought that I fleeced. I didn't fleece anybody. Now, what would have been crazy is if I had gotten Mbuka and scouted Devon A-Chain and he was on my team. But you like the Devon A-Chain.
I've always liked
Bucky Irving. You like those guys. Yeah,
I like elite running backs.
Yeah, another one of those guys.
That's not a hot take. Josh Jacob, Jinglehanger Schmidt just scored.
Okay, they weren't elite when they were drafted in the 3rd and 4th round, but another guy that I think.
Part of fantasy is being able to anticipate. Because, like I said, look at guys who are elite in college means they have a ton. Like Genty has a lot of tread on his tires, and it's showing.
I agree. You know who doesn't have a lot of tread on their tires?
Tajay
Spears.
Don't gas me up on Tajay Spears.
I don't need to watch the tape.
What tape? The guy never plays.
Oh, I'll send you some tape.
Watch the tape of him on crutches. He plays for 10. He plays for
so Derrick Henry. Got benched for 2 years.
Fucking
He played
10
behind
years
Derrick
ago.
Henry.
My God, dude. No. Don't with me.
Listen, when I see you down in Florida, Tajay Spears will be a top 25 running back. Don't tell me I told you so.
Okay.
Maybe top 20.
Yeah.
Just being honest, bro. I can't tell no lies.
Yeah. I mean, this is like a psychology question. It's not a lie if you believe it.
So I think he's going to overtake his backfield. We're just going to go.
You hear what I'm saying, though? Like, you could be factually wrong, but if you earnestly believe it, it's not actually a lie.
I do know what you're saying.
Right.
Who do you think is better in the Tennessee backfield?
I don't want any part of the Tennessee backfield. I don't want any part of the Tennessee Titans.
Maybe this year, but it's Dynasty we're talking about, right?
Yes, but unless I've said this on this podcast, the only team that anybody in Tennessee cares about plays in Knoxville, not Nashville.
Yes,
Nobody
but Derrick Henry
cares about that organization.
Derrick Henry played there. Like you said, you got to anticipate.
Derrick Henry played there, yes. Like Steve McNair played there. Great.
Okay, Steve McNair played like 20 years ago. Rest in peace. You got to anticipate.
Rest in peace. But why did Tennessee let Vrabel walk? They let Henry walk. They're not a good organization.
They gave Henry a second contract. They didn't let him walk right away. I think Vrabel got
they gave him a second contract, but they were non-competitive with him.
Okay. I'll stop my pitch. Listen.
No, I'm just saying. I hope Tennessee just looks like shit.
Yeah, we're. Anything else on avocado toast?
I'm down 12 points. So it's like if Jonathan Taylor did.
Really? Only 12?
Yeah. If Jonathan Taylor.
Okay. It's projected for 195. one point.
He's got
It's not
six.
than that.
He's got 6 from Jordan Love, 5 from Metcalf, 6
crazy.
from Jefferson, 2 from AJ Brown.
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor didn't go nuclear. I win this
Hearing
game.
you. So that's what I'm saying, like-
Same as if Brock Bowers doesn't go nuclear, I win.
But why
So
would you
it's
trade?
like, why would I
No.
blow my team up?
Why would you trade him, Christian McCaffrey? Like, his team is teetering and aging.
Spencer,
Like, that's going next year, though. All right.
but
This is not for the podcast. We don't want to give
compete.
out. We don't want to give out secrets here.
No, but like I'm taking some bad beats. Last year I got some good luck. This year I'm not going to blow my team up because of that. I'm managing my team, you manage your team. You don't get to manage my team too.
I'm not managing your team. I'm trying to make a deal.
I know. No.
There's only been one 3-way trade in the league.
No 3-ways with Matt.
Right. All right.
He just got
I think we're good on
married.
the podcast. I think we're good on the podcast. I'm going to sign up so we can talk about Florida.
11 picks, or do you want to do that later? Yeah, it's a little early. Let me look at Super Bowl odds, and I want you to call your
shot.
Yeah, let's call Super Bowl shots.
I got my Super Bowl viral pick. It's the Hawks, and I'm in Seattle.
You know Seattle can't win a championship.
But you know I got the handle Sonics Fan TV, bro.
What's that? So really? So you didn't like Sam Darnold as my MVP quarterback, but you think he can win a Super Bowl?
It's not about if he can win it, bro. Like, I don't know how people don't understand. Like, forget this. Like, defense wins championships is a saying for a reason.
Yeah.
Rex Grossman made it to the Super Bowl, bro. Rex Grossman
made it.
Eli Manning beat Tom Brady twice.
Yeah, but Eli Manning was still Eli Manning. I mean, he was a goofball, but he's a Manning.
Okay, so do you remember
Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl? Brad Johnson won a Super Bowl?
I'm not talking about that. Do you remember when? So Russell Wilson's first Super Bowl, he was not that good. Same thing with Ben Roethlisberger. It was not that good for his first one.
Okay, so you're taking the Hawks to win the Super Bowl.
I am. Defense is too good. Coach is too good. Yeah, I got the Hawks pretty easily, to be honest.
Pretty easily.
Who else would you take? The two teams that were there last year aren't that great.
I'm just looking at odds really quick.
The Seahawks are definitely top 3 odds. I got the Hawks. Seahawks winning the championship.
Okay, I'm taking the Pats. I put money on the Pats right now.
Nah, AFC's too tough. I like that pick though. AFC's too tough. Drake May's too young. Second year? No way. I shouldn't say no way. TreVeyon Henderson can carry him there, but he's not going to carry them there. Let's be honest. I'm being honest, bro.
Seahawks are plus 1,100. Kansas City is plus 550, and they're third in their division.
That's crazy. That's such bad money.
I think the Rams have a shot too.
They do, but what are their odds? 650?
700.
Yeah, I was close. I was close.
50. Yeah, no, you're right. You say 750?
I'm right. That's a 750.
Yeah.
Are they 750? Damn.
Yeah, I mean it varies based on which website, but this one says 750. But in terms of like long shot bets, Patriots are plus 2,000. Tampa Bay Buccaneers plus 3,000.
Oh, I'd rather bet the Bucs over the Patriots for an extra stack. Are you kidding me? I'd bet 200 and try to get 6 stacks over 4. I'd rather bet more money to Tampa, bro. In no world do I see Drake May getting it done. Like, the Patriots are not. They're a year removed from having to draft him in the top 3. Like, they didn't fix all the holes. They got a good coach. The Patriots. Here we go.
You just talked about how Sean Payton turned a team around in 1 year. Vrabel that kind of coach.
No, Sean Payton's been there for more than. Sean Payton had. He's in his 3rd year. He had Russ for 1 year, did the garbage, then cut him, then got. Actually, no, he had for 1 year, then cut him, and then he got Drake May rookie year, and then Drake May 3rd year, and now they're 8.
Oh, Knicks.
Sorry, now they're 8-2. Vrabel is in year 2 of Drake May, but hasn't undone what Gerard Mayo and Bill Belichick did. Like, they're not there yet, in my opinion. First of all,
7-2.
I know the records. I'm just telling you where they're at in the kind of the ecosystem journey of kind of moving from team to team. You don't agree?
I mean, at plus they're plus 2,000,
but plus 3,000 for the Bucs. No break on the Bucs.
But they just beat the Bucs.
It doesn't matter. It's the playoffs.
Yeah.
Do you actually trust Drake May? Do you trust Drake? What I'm trying to tell you is there's more holes in the Patriot roster that haven't been for. And
I
here's
mean,
what I was going to say before.
I was feeling that way about the Patriots until
Let me finish before I forget. Right, and I know you want to interject, but listen to this. I'm gonna give a simple example, in my opinion. The Patriots or last year's Washington Commanders. Full stop. Meaning that, and it was even more evident with the Commanders because it's like, hey, dude, you picked 2 overall. Why did we think you were a Super Bowl contender with only a year of football from Jaden Daniels? Stupid were we, or were the pundits. You know what I'm saying? Like, Drake May's in a similar position. You got a new coach, but bro, you picked right after Jaden Daniels. The team's ass. You had one off season with the coach, and you fired the coach. At least the Commanders kept their coach. No, like that's frivolous, right? Versus the Bucs, who've had the same infrastructure for so long. They just revamped at receiver when they didn't need to. They were getting guys like Tez Johnson and
well, we obviously needed to. We obviously needed to.
No, injuries say that you needed to now. You didn't need to at the time.
Right. I mean, that's what.
You know that Michael Evans is going to be injured.
I mean, if you follow our team enough, he's had hamstring injuries almost every year. Goblin was coming off a brutal injury. I'm just saying what the Patriots have done this year is pretty impressive.
It is. I don't disagree.
And they're worth a stab at plus 2,000. I think the Bucs are. You don't have to sell the Bucs to me. I think plus 3,000 is great for the Bucs. Baltimore Ravens plus 1,400. Seattle Seahawks plus 1,000. I think they have a better shot.
And the Bucs or the Patriots?
And the Chiefs. What? Who?
And the Chiefs are plus 500. It's hilarious. I would bet money on the Ravens.
I think the Bucs have a better chance than the Bucs have already beat the Seahawks.
Yeah, I would say Bucs or Ravens. I love the Seahawks too, but Sam Darnold in the Super Bowl would scare me.
Right. So, and Todd Bowles has won a ring. There's a lot of guys still on the team who've won a ring.
Yeah.
And even if Mike Evans isn't healthy, he's won a ring. He's on the sideline. You know, that might be a good little bet. But I think Seattle's a good bet. I think the Bucs are a good bet. And I think the Pats are a good bet.
I do too.
Colts at plus 1,100. I don't think the Colts can take it over the top. I like the Colts. It's a nice Cinderella story. I don't think they're doing much in the playoffs. That's when we'll see Daniel Jones turn into a pumpkin.
I think it'll be before that. But I'm good on football. Let's sign off on the podcast if you want to do.
Let's sign off on the podcast.
All right, undisputed.
Shout out to all you motherfuckers watching shorts. You better like and subscribe. Yeah. Cream of some Kyle Manunga. Go get your Parker Washington. We were calling this shit before y'all even knew.
Yeah, Parker Washington's been on my bench.
Should have listened.
4 or 3.
I've been spending more time editing than I have been listening to my own advice. And it shows.
We gotta get AI to replace you. No.
Yeah, I know. The standard.
Look at the shorts.
Standard.
Okay, Bill Belichick. Look at the shorts. Right. All right.
I'm throwing up the Dez Bryant. All right. Out.
Highly disputed. Let's have a drink and let's talk through it. Highly disputed. Highly disputed.